Welcome back to Sleep Dancehall, the home for all things world boss and dancehall culture. And today, we're diving deep into one of the most anticipated events of 2025, Vybz Kartel live in Birmingham, part of the World Boss Tour. Now, for those who've been following Kartel's journey, you already know this is history in the making. After more than a decade behind bars in Jamaica, Vybz Kartel walked free in July 2024 when his conviction was overturned. And ever since that moment, fans worldwide have been waiting for this. The chance to finally see the world boss perform live again. This Birmingham show wasn't just another concert. It was a cultural gathering. A celebration of survival, resilience, and dancehall dominance. The king himself stepping onto one of the UK's biggest stages in front of thousands of fans who've been chanting his name for years. In this breakdown, we're going to cover everything: the build-up, the venue, the crowd, Kartel's performance, the highlights, and even the after party. By the end, you will feel like you were right there in the arena, living every moment. And let's start with the build-up. The Birmingham show was officially scheduled for September 19, 2025 at BP Pulse Live, the arena many still know as the Utilita Arena. Tickets went on sale earlier in the year, and within hours, the buzz was everywhere on social media. People were sharing screenshots of confirmations. Others were upset because they couldn't secure seats in time. It was clear demand was through the roof. On the night itself, doors opened at 6 p.m. By that time, lines were already forming outside the arena. Fans showed up in full Gaza gears, t-shirts with Kartel's face, banners reading World Boss Forever, and plenty of Jamaican flags waving proudly. The vibe outside felt like a carnival. Vendors were selling snacks, fans were chanting Kartel lyrics, and the excitement kept building. Birmingham, with its strong Caribbean community, has always been a hub for reggae and dancehall. But this night was something different. It wasn't just a concert, it was history unfolding. Before Kartel hit the stage, the crowd got warmed up by the support act. Around 7 p.m. the lights dimmed and the opener came on. The energy in the arena picked up fast. Bass heavy rhythms, dancers on stage, and the DJ hyping the crowd. The support act did their job well, keeping the fans moving, keeping the anticipation sharp. Every so often, you'd hear the crowd break into a Kartel chant, World Boss, World Boss. A reminder that while the warm-up was solid, everyone was waiting for one man. As the clock pushed closer to 8:30, the energy shifted. People were on their feet, phones in the air, waiting for the king to arrive. Then, at exactly 8:30 p.m., the moment finally arrived. The house lights dropped. The arena went dark and a huge roar echoed from every corner of BP Pulse Live. The screens lit up with visuals, images of Kartel's journey, flashes of past performances, headlines about his freedom, and then out of the smoke, the man himself stepped onto the stage. The reaction? It was a major celebration. The crowd exploded. Screams, shouts, whistles, people jumping on their chairs. It was the welcome of a king. Now Kartel opened the show with one of his classics. The beat dropped and the whole arena sang aloud, word for word. From that very first moment, you could tell this wasn't going to be just a performance. It was a statement. Vybz Kartel was on top, commanding the stage like he never left. The first half of Kartel's set was packed with fan favorites. He ran through Ramping Shop, Live Sweet, Straight Jeans and Fitted, and of course Summertime. Each song brought a new wave of energy. You'd look across the arena and see fans waving, dancing, holding up lighters and phones. The sing-alongs were so loud, sometimes you could barely hear Kartel over the crowd. One of the standout moments came early when he performed Fever. The beat dropped, the lights dimmed, and the whole arena started rocking side to side. The bass was shaking the seats and the crowd was in pure ecstasy. Kartel's stage presence was unmatched. His confidence, his delivery, and the way he connected with fans. At times he'd pause, point to the crowd, and let them take over the lyrics. And believe me, Birmingham didn't disappoint. As the show moved into its second half, Kartel switched gears. He blended his classics with newer material, reminding fans that he's not just a legend of the past, but still the most relevant dancehall artist in 2025. He dropped some of his newer tracks released since his freedom. Songs that speak about redemption, strength, and his journey. The crowd embraced them fully, singing along even though some tracks were only a few months old. There was also a touching moment when Kartel slowed the pace down. He delivered a heartfelt track, reflecting on his time behind bars and his return to the stage. The crowd responded by lighting up the arena with thousands of phone lights, creating a sea of stars. It was emotional, powerful, and a reminder of why Kartel is more than just an entertainer. He's a voice of resilience. One of the biggest surprises of the night came when Kartel brought out a guest. The crowd went wild as a UK dancehall artist joined him on stage. Together, they performed a high-energy song that had the arena shaking. The production was also on another level. LED visuals were massive, strobes, pyrotechnics, and dancers bringing that authentic dancehall vibes. But beyond the lights and effects, the true highlight was the connection between Kartel and the fans. Every call and response, every time he shouted Birmingham, the arena answered back 10 times louder. By 10:30 p.m. the show was reaching its end, but the crowd wasn't ready to go home. Chants of World Boss filled the air, demanding an encore. Kartel then returned to the stage for one final run. He performed the dancehall hero, reminding everyone why his title as King of Dancehall is undisputed. The arena erupted, confetti rained down, lights flashed, and the crowd sang the lyrics at the top of their lungs. Kartel raised his hands, gave thanks to the Birmingham crowd, and walked off the stage to thunderous applause from the crowd. History had been made. Of course, the night didn't end there. Right after the show, fans made their way to the King of Clubs, Birmingham, for the official Vybz Kartel concert after party. The event ran from 10 p.m. straight until 4:30 a.m. with the DJs spinning the best of dancehall, reggae, and Kartel classics. It was pure vibes. People reliving the concert, sharing their favorite moments, and keeping the energy alive until sunrise. For many, it was the perfect way to close out a once-in-a-lifetime night. So what does this concert mean in the bigger picture? For Kartel, it's proof that no matter the years, no matter the struggles, his influence is untouchable. To step out of prison and within a year headline a sold-out arena in Birmingham, that's legendary. For dancehall, it's a global reminder that this culture is alive, thriving, and bigger than ever. From Kingston to Birmingham, the world is still moving to Kartel's voice. This Birmingham show wasn't just another stop on the World Boss tour, it was a statement. Kartel is here, stronger than ever, and his legacy continues to grow. So tell me, were you there? What was your favorite moment of the show? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Slate Dancehall for more coverage of Vybz Kartel and the culture we love. Until next time, keep the music alive. Big up World Boss, big up Birmingham, and big up the dancehall family worldwide. One love.